pleasure. So you're on tour right now, just finishing up the Canadian leg of your tour for your new album, Seasons.
Yes.
So how has that been so far?
Yeah, really great. Pretty low. It's actually 2 months to the day today since it started. It's the last show here in Moncton, and it's been really positive. A lot of great shows, and I'm really happy that the album's reaching so many people. So.
And you've toured Canada pretty intensely, but you've also toured Australia pretty intensively as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I kind of found a bit of a home away from home down under, and they're very like-minded people down there, and they love this kind of music, and any excuse to get to go there. I've gotten to go there 4 times, and I can't wait to go back again.
So what's your favorite part of Australia? And you're not allowed to say the weather because it is October in the Maritimes, so that's just cheating.
Oh, but the fall in Canada is my favorite season, so I'm not particularly all about the heat anyway. So a favorite part of Australia would just kind of be, there's beautiful scenery. Some of the coolest, most interesting looking trees and creatures and stuff like that. And again, the people are so nice and friendly that it's an amazing thing to be as far away on Earth as you possibly can be from where your home is, and still not feel alone or anything like that. So it's special.
A lot of people, I think, don't realize just how big Australia is too. So in a lot of ways, touring Australia can be quite similar to touring Canada, where the big cities are so far apart.
Yeah.
What do you find is the hardest part about touring countries like that, where everything's just so spread out?
I guess it's the fact that it takes a while. If you want to cover all of the ground, I'm reminded every time that I tour in Canada how big it truly is, because it's awe-inspiring. It is, especially the prairies. Those are big.
Awe-inspiring or yawn-inspiring?
Yeah, sometimes that might be the case as well. But I just so happen I love traveling, and I love driving, and so I think I picked a good profession, I suppose.
Definitely a good profession for that. Now, just a little personal curiosity here. Have you tried kangaroo?
Oh, no. It took me 4 times to actually see one. So I don't think I'll be trying.
You try it.
No.
You have to try it at least once.
I've never had.
It tastes kind of like a cross between venison and beef, and the locals will tell you, man, no, it's just a rodent. You don't eat that. But hell, we eat rabbits. Rabbits are rodents.
Yeah, see, I've never even had a deer or moose or anything. So.
Don't get me started on moose. They are fictional characters. Believe it at that.
That's what I thought about kangaroos.
All right, so you're just getting ready to head to Europe for the first time. What are you most looking forward to?
Everything.
Going over there?
Everything with that one. Yeah.
So are you just going over to play, or are you going to spend any time?
So I'm playing for 2 weeks, and then after the 2 weeks, I am going to be a tourist and take it in. It's a spot that I've always felt connected to. I've just never really been there, so I'm interested to venture around and try some new things. Not kangaroo.
Maybe do some songwriting.
Yeah, well, I think with every tour and with every new place that you go, I think that it really does come into your songwriting and the maturity of kind of the worldliness and stuff like that. So I think that it is always turning a new page when you do take on quite an adventure like this, and it's going to be a spot that I'll be back playing a lot in the future. So
now, you mentioned maturity. That's actually something I was going to ask you about with the new album. You still carry on with those overarching themes that you tend to write about with love, whether it be love lost or unrequited and that. But with Seasons, it seems to be, even though you continue those overarching themes, a much more positive album, both musically and lyrically, and a lot more hopeful than the past two. Was that something that you made a conscious decision about, or was that just, maturing as an artist, being in a better place in life?
Yeah, well, good. I'm in a good spot, personally, but the songs to me are all written from a personal perspective, and so I guess there definitely is a maturity in there in the evolution of the songwriting, and I'm really happy that you picked up on the fact that despite the fact that yes, they are sad songs, I do tend to gravitate towards that. Probably makes it difficult for people to date a folk musician, in that regard. But there is a hopefulness in the songs about the fact that if you do carry that hope, that sometimes things come back, and that it kind of was a big reason why the album's called Seasons, because it's something that you can depend on, that those seasons, even though they go by and pass us by pretty quickly, that they do come back, and good things do come back. So.
Well, it's definitely an amazing album.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now, with this album, you also did a lot more collaboration than the first two. Jen Grant, Jen Grant, was it Kinley Dowling? She even did Tim Chisson, he's a good friend of yours. You guys have worked together a bit in the past.
Oh yes, yeah.
But you even worked with Dylan Wright, who's an Australian artist.
One of my favorite artists.
I know you've said in the past that with your writing style, you can tend to go months without writing, and then you only write when you're feeling inspired.
Yep.
How did that work with so much collaboration on this album?
When I start writing songs, I do get a general collection when I approach an album, that little fragments and things like that, so that when they are taken to other people to kind of say, hey, is this something that maybe we could work on and evaluate and move forward with, they all come from the same kind of birthplace. So time doesn't really matter there as well, and I always try to leave as much time as possible, because you can't rush this stuff. It is songwriting without compromise. The lyrics are the most important thing. Without those lyrics, there's no real point in nowhere.
Exactly.
I'm not dancing music, so
there's no point in having a voice if you don't have anything to say.
Exactly. So never rushed, and a great, getting Jen to sing on the album, and Kinley to play. Kinley's playing is so amazing. She has this way of infusing emotion into her instrument, and I think it's really cool. And worked with Dan Ledwell on it. Dan produced it and played a lot on it as well. He's a great producer, but he's also just an amazing musician. So
we have so much talent in the Maritimes, we really do.
Oh, it's excellent. Yeah, I'm really proud to be from here.
And one other thing I wanted to ask you about was, as far as, and this is just again another personal curiosity thing, as far as when you write your lyrics, do you write in pen or pencil?
Oh, pen. Yeah.
So you're
all pen. I never thought of it. I just never had pencils.
No, I find it tends to say a lot about a person with their writing, if they write in pen or pencil, because
it is pen, but there is a lot of scratch marks. Yeah, there's a lot of things that did not come out the right way, and that I do not want anybody to see. So
So when you're, get back to when you're on tour. You said you like to travel a lot. So when you're touring, do you kind of have like a traveler or tourist vibe about you? Like, do you collect weird stuff when you're traveling around?
Oh, I'm pretty bad with that stuff. I struggle to be a tourist, and it's not because I think that it's not cool to be a tourist. I never really get the chance to actually take in the things that I want to take in, so I never get to collect anything. But if I get a chance, maybe start collecting some spoons, collectible spoons. More or less all I collect is cans of Red Bull and luggage tags. Yeah.
I have a massive collection of luggage tags.
Yeah.
I travel a lot.
Oh,
so. Now, with as far as being inspired by these other musicians, I know, again, in the past you've said that Dave Matthews is the reason why you picked up a guitar to begin with, and you've been influenced by a lot of other people like Damien Rice, who's absolutely amazing.
Love that guy.
Oh, I know, right? Non-cross. But this isn't about Damien Rice. Like James Taylor, and closer to home we've got the Trues and that. Is there anyone that you have been influenced by that might be a surprise to your fans?
Rihanna? I'm just kidding. I think that mostly the people that I'm the biggest fan of from an inspirational perspective are artists that just, like James Taylor and the Beatles and all of that stuff, that weren't afraid to say really what was on their mind. James Taylor a bit different because it was more direct, But there is an artist from over there overseas from Ireland named David Gray.
I love David Gray.
Yeah, and I love him
Oh,
too.
God.
And I love him so much. His music is so great. It's been the biggest inspiration for me in the last 10 years. And sometimes a lot of people don't seem to know who he is, despite the fact that he's huge. And there are so many pockets where he's selling out amphitheaters and everything. But yeah, him and Ray LaMontagne and just those guys and girls that aren't afraid to say what they mean. And
Do you listen to Jamie Callum at all?
no, no.
He's amazing. You've got to listen to
Oh,
Jamie Callum.
yeah.
He's a piano player, but for a guy that doesn't take any shit, he did a piano version of a Rihanna song. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
she really does have great songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just forgot what I was gonna say. When you are on the road, is there anything that you miss about home? Like, what do you miss about home the most?
My family and my friends. But at the same time, I really do feel at home on the road. Sometimes the times where I feel a little bit kind of lonely is readjusting to being back home, because you kind of become attached to a rental car or to a plane seat and to a hotel room. But I'm always excited to get to come home, let alone get to play in my home, and that's why this tour was so great, because it started on the East Coast and it ends on the East Coast. A very poetic way to just kind of say how thankful I am to be from here, and how happy I am when I get to come back.
What's your favorite venue to play in Canada?
Oh, that's hard.
There's a lot of really great venues in this
Oh,
country.
geez, yeah, that might be too hard to even do. I'll give a shout out to a Moncton venue that I really do love. There's a great venue called the Tide and Boar that I always loved playing at. Seahorse in Halifax, Carleton, all of that stuff, and because it is my town, so the capital in Fredericton, you got to give a.
Yeah, I know a lot of people said Fredericton music scene's dead, but I think they're
Oh no, they are
not
wrong.
looking hard enough. Not looking hard enough.
There's a resurgence. There's always ebbs and flows and everything. Just like every 11 minutes, a conversation has a natural lull.
And another great thing that's really started in the Maritimes now was with the East Coast Countdown.
Yeah.
Which is a really fantastic project that's going on. And you are now at #1 on that with Run.
Oh yeah, that is up there. So that East Coast Countdown has been around for a while. It's been revamped, and they're doing such an amazing job with it. So to just be a part of it at all is awesome. To have Run be at #1, so great. Really appreciate the support, and I think that when you do listen to the artists that are on that top 10, again, it's a testament to the high level of songwriting and the talent that we have here, because it's those are all amazing songs. Whenever one amazing song gets knocked off, one amazing song comes on. So
Exactly.
it's really cool, and to be at the top of something like that is special.
Yeah. So, coast to coast so far with
Yep.
the new album. How's it been received so far from audiences?
Yeah, great. I have been really excited about the support, both at the people that have turned up to shows, and with the radio stations that play it, and with the support of like Factor and the government of New Brunswick for getting behind it, and so on all levels, it's only out in Canada, so I'm excited to kind of pursue. Well, obviously, I'll be putting it out in Australia next time I go down.
Yeah.
And I'll gear up for hopefully officially releasing it in the UK and in the US next year,
Awesome.
and just keep the train moving forward.
Perfect. Well, would you mind playing us something from it?
Oh, I would love to play you something. Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'll play the song that's going to be the next single, which is a song called Paris Sky, which is perfect because I'm going over there. Somebody save me, I've been falling apart.
As I turned to rust in search of my tin-man heart, and I drew a map under a sky full of stars. The more that I forget you, the more I wonder where you are. I lost my love in the Paris sky. I let you go and I don't know why. I fell too far, you burned too high. I lost you and I don't know why. I lost my love in the Paris sky. Oh. Wolves in a cold wind howling out at the moon. Needles on an old pine have both let go too soon. A cage inside my head is where I hide you. The more that I escape it, the less that I want to. I lost my love in the Paris sky. I let you go and I don't know why. I fell too dark, you burned too bright. I lost you and I don't know why. I lost my love in the Paris sky. Oh. I'd build an empire and tear it down. Watch the smoke dance on the clouds. I'd burn this whole world to the ground if I could get you back somehow. I'd build a boat from a million trees, sail a shipwreck across the seas. I'd be your wind when you can't breathe, if I could sail you back to me. Oh, oh, oh. If I could sail you back to me. Oh, oh, oh. If I could sail you back to me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thanks.
So we're going to be seeing you tonight at Plan B,
Right.
and then you're leaving us for Europe. So have fun in Europe.
Yes,
and
I am.
Thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you very much for having me.
My
That's really
pleasure.
great. Thanks.